call. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and dive into this thing, guys. So for those who don't know me, my name is Brandon Stringer. I've made 6 figures in network marketing. That was my first time making 6 figures, actually. And then I was able to make 6 figures in day trading Forex. And then I was able to make 6 figures with my own company, you know, developing software. So I've made 6 figures in multiple different, you know, scenarios and different situations. And what I want to do, guys, is I want to create a situation where I'm teaching people how to be real entrepreneurs, how to make money in any type of scenario, any type of situation, and to create that lifestyle they want. So today we're going to focus on Forex. And I want to show people how to actually use Forex as a multiple type of vehicle. I mean, you can use Forex as a vehicle to learn how to multiply your money. You can use Forex as a way to create a business income where you can create a residual income, an extra 500 to 1,000 to 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 plus a month. And I want to show you guys how to actually simplify all that at one time. So that I know what type of crowd we're dealing with, who is familiar with the foreign exchange market? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how familiar, how confident do you feel that you know the Forex market between a 1 and a 10? Let's be honest, because the higher number, the less we're going to talk about. The lower the number, the more we're going to probably be talking about. So let me know. Okay, I got a 5. I got a 7. Okay. Let me see. We got a 3. Okay. Cool. So question. Another question for you guys. How familiar you guys are with residual income? And if you are familiar with residual income, if you had to pick a residual income that you would love to make every single month, what would that number be? Would it be, and not, I mean like comfortably, meaning that, okay, I'm comfortable. And when I say comfortably, I don't mean comfortable enough to pay bills. I mean comfortable to take care of the way you want to live. Like, you know, the car you would like, the amount of vacations you want to take a year, paying your bills, having some money just to have fun when you're out. Like, how much money do you think that residual income is going to be? Because we all got residual bills, but a lot of us don't have residual income. So how much money do you think you need to make to take care of your lifestyle? It's going to keep reoccurring in your life every single month. So 50,000. Okay. That can definitely take care of some lifestyles, right? They can take care of some lifestyles. What else we got, guys? Huh? What else we have, y'all? 10, is it, you said 10, 350,000? I'm not sure what that means. Is it like 350,000 a year? 10 different $350,000 monthly incomes? That's pretty good income, right? But I really don't know exactly what you meant, but it sounds like a lot of money. 75,000? All right, because we got some high rollers in the building. Okay. I like it. All right, so let's just go ahead and just dive into this thing, guys. So what I got, guys, and what we're doing is I have a platform that's going to help you do 2 things. It's going to help you build your residual income, and it's going to help you actually learn how to day trade. So let's actually get into the charts. I want to actually talk about day trading first, because that's one of my favorite subjects to talk about. And we're going to talk about why most people fail at trading and how to simplify trading. So I want you to tell me, y'all told me your numbers on how familiar you were with Forex, but after we get done with this part of the lesson, I want to see if you can change your mind on, because some of y'all put 3, some of y'all put 4, 5, 6, 7. I want y'all to tell me how confident you guys are after. So now first, let's kind of get into, for those who don't even know why the Forex market exists. I think that's a very important subject matter to begin with. So the question first is, you know, why does Forex exist? Like, why does the foreign exchange market exist? And what is it? So I always ask people, you know, what is Forex, right? And no one ever knows what Forex is, but the main people that say that, I'll say, you know, I just think it's a scam, or I'm skeptical, or I heard I had to refer people, so I'm just not interested in referring people to Forex. And guys, you know, you want to be educated on anything that you do in life, guys, because if you don't, you can miss on a lot of really good opportunities. So let's kind of do some myth busters. 1, you cannot refer people to Forex. And so let's kind of talk about that first. So this is what's going on, guys, with the Forex part. When people say you got to refer people to Forex, you cannot refer people to Forex You cannot refer people to stock market. You cannot refer people to real estate. You cannot refer people to even any type of career, being a doctor. You can't refer people to an actual skill set. But what you can do is refer people to real estate education. You can refer a friend to stock education. You can refer a friend to the foreign exchange market education. You can refer people to anything as far as education on how to do something, but you cannot refer people to a market and get compensated. So there are companies out there that compensate you for referring people to their education, and in return, they pay you for that customer. Very simple, but you cannot get referred to the actual Forex market. So what is the Forex market? Basically, guys, when you're going out the country, you have to exchange your currency for that country's currency. So let's say we're going to Europe. We're looking at this Europe chart, right? And when you go out the country, you go to Europe, you have to exchange your USD dollar for the euros. So the market's always going up and down. So for this example purposes only, whenever the market goes up, euros get stronger. And anytime the market goes down, the USD gets stronger. So I like to compare it to sports. Basically, what we're doing in Forex is we're betting one currency against the other. And so maybe I believe that the USD is going to beat the euros from the moment I take the trade to the moment I close the trade, or vice versa. I believe that the euro is going to beat the USD dollar. And so how we're making our money, guys, is we're trading one currency against the other. But why the Forex market exists is when we go out the country and I exchange my USD dollar, depending on where the market is, if the euro is winning and it's stronger at the moment, I'm not going to pay a little bit more on Tuesday, for example, when they get to Europe. But on Friday, let's say that the USD dollar gets stronger. That means I get more bang for my buck when I exchange my currency. So hopefully for those who didn't know why the Forex market existed, now you understand that, you've probably been doing this your entire life. When you go out the country, you exchange your currency for that country's currency. Now, that being said, hold on one sec, guys. Let me do something. Okay, cool. So that being said, how do you let's go and actually make money in the Forex market. So there's a couple of different ways. One, what I want to do is go over pips and lot sizes. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, guys. I like to help people understand how do you make money in the Forex market? Because some people don't know anything about Forex. They're trying to figure out, okay, how do we actually make money? Because a lot of people do these opportunity calls talking about, okay, look, man, when you join the Forex market, you're going to learn this, you're going to learn that with our education. But when we do that, we don't really go into details on, okay, how do you actually make the money? So I'm going to actually draw a line right here, and I'm going to just draw some stuff up real quick. And let's say that I took my trade. Let's say I took my trade right here. And let's say I took my trade here, and I entered the trade right here. Now, guys, the market, and before I enter this trade, I'm thinking about entering right here. This is where I'm thinking about entering. And before I take this trade, there's a few things you want to know. For one, the market's always going up and down in pips. So let's say that, we took a trade here and it went up 100 pips, then it went down 30 pips, then it went up 20 pips, then it went down another 100 pips. And what pips are basically the unit of measurement for the market. So you can't say the market went up very high. You have to have some kind of measurement to figure out how far up it went and how far down it went. Just like if you ask me how tall it was, I can't tell you I'm just tall, I'm just short, I'm just medium. I got to give you some type of unit of measurement. Like, if I'm 6'4", or 6'5", which I'm not, but, just for example purposes, if I just told you I was tall, it wouldn't make any sense. So does that make sense, guys, as far as understanding how to calculate the market? Oh, you can't see my screen? Ooh, my bad, guys. Hold on. Let me share my screen for you guys. But did that explanation make sense even though you couldn't see my screen? One sec. Let me share my screen over. Can you see my screen now? Yep. Okay, cool. So the market, like I was saying, I'll draw it over. For those who just don't understand, how the income actually works. The market's always going up, down, always going up and down in pips, right? So that being said, when we're doing the market, you're trying to figure out you want to use some type of unit measurement like we were saying earlier. Now that you understand the market's going up and down in pips, how is that relevant to income? So let's kind of talk about that real quick. Let me remove drawings real quick. How is that relevant to income? So let's say we're about to take this trade, right? Well, what's cool about taking trades, guys, is you can actually determine how much money you make per pip. So the market's always moving up and down in pips. So the market might be moving. So when we actually take that trade, let's say that we decided to take this trade right here, and we want to decide how much money we wanted to actually make per pip. So just so I can give you a little education, 0.01 is 10 cents per pip. 0.10 is $1 per pip. And 1.00 is $10 per pip. So I know that might look confusing, guys, but when you're putting it when you're about to take the trade, you have to determine how much you want to make per pip. And so that's the number you put in. So if I wanted to do $3 a pip, if 0.10 is $1 a pip, 0.30 is $3 a pip. So let's say that we decide we wanted to do $3 per pip on every trade. And let's say we did $3 a pip, and let's say we took this trade, and we said, you know what? This is the only three things you need to know when it comes to trading. These are the only three things you need to know, and we're going to go through all three. One is when to enter the trade, a trade. Two, when to exit a trade. And we're gonna do each step. And three, the risk behind the trade. These are the only three rules you need to know in trading, guys. So if you only need to know three things, guys, that's all Forex is. You need to know when to enter, when to exit, and understand the risk. Now, for those who are already trading, out of these three things that you know, what is the biggest challenge for you? Is it understanding when to enter, understanding when to exit, or understanding what risk to use per trade? Let me know in the question box. Or if you've never traded before in your life, let me know I've never traded. I just want to know what kind of crowd we're dealing with. So which one are you dealing with between these three? Is it 1, 2, 3, or you've never even took a trade a day in your life? You've never traded. Okay, cool. Kimberly's never traded. No problem. How to exit the trade and taking the risk. Okay. Let's see. What else? What else? Anyone else? Let me see how many people we have on here in the way. All right, cool. So some people said they never took a trade. Some people said they have a hard time finding entries. Some people said they've had a hard time just learning how to exit or doing the proper risk. So I got full training on how to do the risk and stuff and all that stuff, but we're going to go over briefly when to enter the trade, when to exit the trade, and find the proper risk. We're going to do it really quick. So the first step, guys, is let's just talk about how the profit works. Let's say, for example, and we're gonna actually take the trade, well, as a simulation. Let's say that this is our entry. We're about to enter here, right? And we'll figure out why this is our entry later. Let's say this is our exit. If we were to win this trade, guys, and we took this trade right here, this is 150 pips. So I'm going to bring the calculator up. I'm going to share my entire screen so I see the calculator. If we were to take this trade and we did $3 a pip, where's the calculator at? It's 150 pips you would have won this trade. So we do $3 times 150. You would have made $450. If you had did $1 pip, you would have $1 times 150. If you had done, you would have won $150. So let's say that you had a $2,000 account and you did $150, $2 times $2 a pip times 150. You would have made $300. So your account size would have went from 2,000 to 2,300. Let's say that you did 3 of those trades per today alone. So let's say you got 3 good trades for 150 pips, and that's 300 times 3. You made 900 plus 2,000 that you already had. Now your account size is 2,900. Do y'all understand that people who are new, do you understand how the profit works? So when you enter the trade, if you decide you want to do $2 a pip and you get 150 pips, then you would have made $300. Does that make sense? I just want to make sure everyone understands that don't know anything about Forex, how the profit actually works. And I want you to understand, guys, that the sky's the limit, guys. So imagine you start at humble beginnings when you start off at 10 cents a pip and 20 cents a pip, then $1 a pip, and then $5 a pip, and then $10 a pip, and then $50 a pip. Imagine a world, guys, where you master 400 to 500 pips per week times the dollar amount you choose. And so the only 3 things you need to master to get to that goal is when to enter, when to exit, and when to use the proper risk. So let me remove these drawings real quick. So what's cool about this, guys, is that I'm going to let's talk about when we're going to enter the trade. Let's do we're going to do each step one by one. So now we got to figure out when we're going to enter the trade. So I'm going to put this box to the side. And I'm going to show you something called the wave analyzer. Now, let me bring it over to 15 minutes. I'm going to show you something called the wave analyzer, right? And now, guys, I want to show you, I'm going to show you an example first. Let's see. So I want to give you a good example on some rules that we set. All right, so that's going to be a perfect example, actually. All right, cool. Now, let me take this stuff off so we can see this clearly. Now, the first step, guys, is trying to figure out when to enter the trade. So I actually created a software that eliminates a couple of things. One, no one tell me if y'all agree with this. No one wants to sit and look at the market all day for their entry. Let me know if you agree with that. I don't know who wants to look at the market all day. Let's say you do learn how to trade, right? You know when to enter on step 1. But who wants to wait and look? Let me know. Would you rather be doing what you want to do and enjoying life? Or would you rather look at the charts 24/7 until you see that entry once you learn how to trade? Let me know which one you would rather. Let me see who said that. Kim said, not me. I don't want to look at the charts all day, right? You would rather relax, chill, exactly. You're going to chill, relax. So I created a software that finds the entries for you. And it will only hit your phone when it finds the entry, and it will alert you to go look at the market. So instead of you looking at the market, you can use my indicator, and it's going to say, hey, look, go check out the market. So for those who don't know, buy means that you think the market is going to go up, and you can make money at the market going up or down. I'm not sure if I told y'all that. So buy means you think the market is going to go up. Sell means you think the market is going to go down. My indicator lets you know when to go look for a buy or a sell. So that's step 1 is it's going to tell you when to go look for entry. It's not going to tell you to enter, but it's going to tell you when to look for entry. Now, there are steps behind the entry. So I'm going to just, this is now there are rules on the entry itself. So entry, there are 2 rules. There are, that's your entry alert, which we already have. And the second thing is your rules after the entry. So what does that mean? So once it calls that buy, for example, that's your entry alert. Now you have to have rules in place to see if this is a good trade that you want to potentially take or not. So let's say that we did the hard part. We didn't look at the charts all day. It found our entry and it said that we should take, for example, a buy. Now, before we take this buy, we have a couple of rules. Now, the key to trading is the more rules you have, the higher the confirmation of a correct trade. So basically what that means is this. If let's say that Kimberly and D both look at the same trade for this buy. Kimberly, before she takes this trade, she needs at least 5 rules that she made for herself that says, look, before I take this trade, I need these 5 things to be in place. D only has 1 rule before he takes that trade. Who do you think has a higher chance of winning that trade, D or Kimberly? Let me know in the Q&A. The person who has the most rules before they take a trade, or the person who has the least amount of rules? The most. Me. She said me the most. Exactly. I didn't want to throw you under the bus, D. My bad. DD. But so what you only thing you need to master in Forex, guys, because I've already found the entry for you, is your rules. So that's it. That you got 5 rules that you only take advantage of when you take a trade. And out of those 5 rules, you say, look, 3 out of the 5 rules have to pass before I take that trade. Because remember, there's only 3 steps. When to enter, when to exit, and then your risk management. So we're still talking about the entry part. So we need to figure out when we're going to enter first. So here's rule 1. Here's one of the rules to my indicator. I'm going to write them out real quick. I'm going to delete this. Rules. Okay, there's buy rules and sell rules. So we're going to do rules. For buy, the purple, blue, orange orange lines have to be below the candle. For sell, the purple, have to be above the candle. So for example, you see when this calls a sell, it's vice versa. Let's look at the rules. This is one of our rules. We call this rule 1. Rule 1 is for the sell. Let's look at the rules. Is the purple, the blue, and the orange line above the candle? The candle is these little bars. Let me know, yes or no. Are all 3 of these lines above this candle? Or the candle next to it, my bad. Are all 3 of these lines above the candle next to it? So this is the sell. That means these 3 lines have to be above this candle for this to be a good sell. Let's look at the cut box. No. So so this is the first rule. This is one of the most important rules. If this rule don't happen first, you don't even look at the trade. So would you have taken this sell, yes or no? Okay, cool. Let's go to the next one. For the buy, the purple, the blue, and the orange line have to be below the candle next to the buy. So this candle right here. Does it follow the rules for the buy, yes or no? Yes. Okay, perfect. Perfect. All right. That's rule 1. That is not enough to do the rules. Now I'm going to teach you something, guys, called support and resist. So y'all understand rule 1 so far, right? I'll just minimize. I ain't gonna get rid of it because some people are like, man, I need to see the rules later. So that's rule 1. Let's just put that to the side. Let's do another rule. Rule 2. Let's do rule 2. Support and resist. I'm not gonna get into like huge training on this because I'm not gonna go into multiple time frame analysis and stuff like that. But I will do something simple. So this is what support is for those who don't know. Let's just kind of hide this for now. When you see the market bouncing on the same area, that is called support. When you see the market bouncing in the same area right here, this is called resist. So let's just kind of focus on support right now. If you notice, every time the market went on top of here, it kept going back up. It broke it once, but overall it kept going back up. So there's a good chance if this market goes right here, what direction is going to go? What's the high chance it's going to do? It's going to either go, which way it's going to go there? Here? Or is it going to do this? Let me know. Which way is it going to be? Up, going to go up most likely, or down most likely, based off looking at the support? Up. Why? Because of the path. Now let's look at one more thing. Now there's another thing called trend. So the trend is your friend, guys. You always want to trade in the direction of the trend, right? So let's look at this trend. If we notice, right now, every time the market got to this part, this is how you create a trend. Whenever the market meets 2 points in the area, just like we did the trend, there's a good chance that it's going to keep going up. So look, it went down here, and then look, it came up, and it pretty much came back down to this trend again. So what's the chance of if it goes here, where is it going to go, up or down? Based off it going down, it hit once, it went up again, then the kid hits, went up again. If it does it again, where's it going to most likely go? Nope. Up. Because what happened in the past? It went just like this. It went down and it went up, it went up. So if this again, it's going to go up again, right? There's a good chance. Is it guaranteed? No. So let's just look at some stuff, right? If our trend is showing us that it's going up, right? Our support is showing that if it hits the support, it's going to go up. So this whole area has 3 rules that just confirmed so far. 1, it hit our trend that's going up. 2, it hit our support. 3, the candles above our 3 lines. That follows 3 rules by itself. I'm not going to get into more rules. I can get into Fibonacci. I'm not going to get into higher time frame analysis. But let's just say that, for example, purposes, we followed these 3 rules. Are we going to enter this trade? Are you going to enter? Do you feel comfortable enough that, you know what? Step 1 is done. Is the entry done? Do you think that this is a good enough trade to enter based off the rules that we went over today? Okay, perfect. Now, we got to figure out when to exit. So I'm not going to get into huge details because we're going to do mastermind training. We're getting adept and everything. But let's just say, for example, just delete all this stuff real quick. Let's say we took this trade to about, we took the trade and I said, you know what? I believe it's going to go at least right here. We'll go for 50 pips. And if we're wrong, let's say that we're going to go for about, if we're wrong, we're going to lose 35 pips. So let's say you set these parameters, right? And you can literally do in this trade. Okay, step 1, remember, enter, exit, risk management. So enter, we've already figured out our entry. We followed our rules. Step 2 is figure out where we're exit. We're going to exit based off our resistance and our support. I'm not going to get into huge details, but let's just say that we already know where exit is going to be. We got full training on how to figure out entry and exit. That's a whole nother training that we had to go through. But right now, let's just focus on the entry. Let's say that we took this trade. The only third thing we got to figure out is how much we want to make per pip. So let's say that we understand that. Let's say that we have a $1,000 account, right? We have a $1,000 account, And the only time we're going to take a trade, every time we take a trade, the most we're going to lose is 2% per trade. So the risk means that, what's 2% of a trade? 0.02. That's $20. That means that on a $1,000 account divided by 20, I would have to lose a trade 50 times in a row. It means no wins, no nothing, just 50 times in a row. So that's very hard, guys. That's why their third rule is very important, because this is what most people do. They will lose $1,000 in 4 trades. That means they're risking in 4 trades. Let's just divide it by 3 or 4. I mean, that means that you're risking 25% every trade versus 2% every trade. And that's what makes Forex risky, guys, because you're not following those three simple steps. Step 1, when to enter. I just taught you guys how to enter the trade. Very simple, right? When to exit. We're going to go over that another time. And third, how much risk? 2%. That means you have to keep losing. So let's say that if we did this and we only risking 2%. So let's just bring this up real quick. I'm gonna bring up a calculator on my end. I use something called Stingy for those who don't understand what I use. I teach people that in our in-depth training. This is just an overview. But let's say that we have a $1,000 account, and we say, what's our stop loss? Let's say it's 30, and we're risking 2% on this trade. And this is a Euro USD. Calculate. So let's just say, for example, we did a 0.10, for example. And I mean, not 0.0, we did a 0.06. I mean, we did 60 cents a pip. Now, if we lost this trade at 30 pips times 30, the most we can lose is $20. But if we win this trade, we can make $35, $40. So that means that, let's just say we use that rule of thumb, right? Let me bring my calculator up real quick. Let's say that every trade we win was $40. Every trade we lost was $20. And let's say we won 5 trades in a row. Now our account size is 1,200. And let's say we finally lose a trade. Now we lost $20. Let's say we lose a trade again. Let's say we lose a trade again. And we keep on losing. You see how many trades you have to lose just to get back to your original balance? Look, we still ain't got to our original balance. We lost like about 10 trades, 15 trades in a row, right? And then guess what? Let's say that we won 3 more trades. Plus 40, plus 40, plus 40. So, guys, you can literally lose more than you win and still grow your balance. And next thing you know, you have a $2,000 balance. Now you're doing $2 a pip, then $3 a pip. Next thing you know, you're doing $20 a pip, and you're still risking 2% of trade. So the goal, guys, is to grow your account to the point where 2% is making you risking only 2% is still making you full-time income. And you can do that by just growing your account slowly. So that's all Forex is, guys. When to enter, knowing your exits, which we didn't go over today, but that's how simple it is, and understanding your risk. That the risk, so far we only went over the risk, and all we did was go over the entry. But did the risk and the entry make sense to you guys? Let me know in the comment box on how, having good risk management is very key. Without risk management, guys, people blow accounts. People don't last in this market. But if you're risking 2% of trade every time, and sometimes you win 2 times, 3 times more on your profit, and when you do lose a trade, it's barely nothing. It's great. And I teach you that, guys. I teach that in a more in-depth class. But right now, I want you to see how simple entry and how simple risk management was, so you can see how the Forex market is not risky. Plus, you can actually practice in the market with demo money. Now, what we got here, guys, is I want to kind of go more into depth on how to take advantage of my tools, how to get like real mentorship from us, where we're going to go over more in depth with this stuff, like how to figure out your entry, how to figure out your exit, how to figure out more rules. Because remember, the more rules you have, the higher the confirmation. How do you practice these rules? How do you learn more about support and resist? How do you learn more about trend lines, and how do you get this wave analyzer so you can get alerts? So you look at this phone, look at the charts all day. So we're partnering with this company called Tradera, right? We're coming to something called Tradera. And what Tradera is, guys, is it's an education company that allows you to take advantage of their platform. What I like about their platform, guys, they got beginner, intermediate, and advanced. Just look at intermediate, right? And on the intermediate training, they go over all the stuff you need to know about support and resist in multiple videos. So that's one confirmation you're learning. They go over everything you need to know about trend navigation. That's your second confirmation. They go over price channels, market structure, chart patterns, price action, market environments, Fibonacci. So these are all just rules. So as you learn each of these rules, your trading improves. So can you just trade with just these three confirmations? Yes. But now let's say that you take time to learn this one. You learn this one. Then you just look for those confirmations within your entry and you can figure out when you should trade. Now, what I like about them also, guys, is outside of the academy, they have live education. They do 3 times a day, 5 times a week. And they mark up charts for you and tell you a potential pairs to look at. And this is another good way to figure out when you should actually look into the market. Now, what I also like is they got a trade dictionary. And I also like, guys, is that on the trade alerts, they send you out trades that they're looking at that you can copy and that you can paste. So you can literally send to your phone and they'll copy and paste different trades. Now, you get all this cool stuff for $99 per month. You get my private mentorship. You're gonna get Tradera's education. You're gonna get their copy and paste signals. You're gonna get their live education. You're gonna get all their strategies. They also have strategies that they teach called trade strategies. And you're going to have a business where you can actually refer people and actually make a residual income referring people to their product and my mentorship. So let's say that you refer 3 people. That $99 a month that you were going to pay is completely waived. Now, this is Tradera's compensation plan. Once you refer 3 people, you make your membership free. Now, you're probably wondering, do I have to refer people? You don't have to refer anybody, guys. You can literally just master trading with us. But I feel like for $99, this is a lot of value. And you get your own business where you can make an extra. Guys, there are people who make up to $200,000 per month in this company on the residual side, not counting trading. So let's say that let's say that you refer 3 people and your membership is free. If you want to make an additional $500 a month, which is $125 a week, then you need 4 people too. So if your 3 people refer 3, and 2 people, now you're making $500 every single month. And let's say that they go out and start referring people. And then they go out and start referring people. As your team gets bigger, let's say that those 10 people go and refer 1 or 2 people. Now you have a team of 25, like this diagram. Now you're making $1,000 a month, and all you did was refer 3 people to make your membership free. And then those 25 go out and refer 3 people or 2 people, or 1 person or whatever. And now you're making $2,000 a month, $5,000 a month, and it goes on and on. So like, for example, Prince is 500 people, but you don't have to refer 3 to 5 people yourself, and you can still hit 500 people, which is $10,000 a month, which is $2,500 a week. So it's very lucrative on the referral side. It doesn't take a lot. I do these free workshops where people, all they gotta do is bring people to my workshop. We go over training on, I like to educate people on what Forex is, because I feel like if you teach people what Forex is, they can get a little bit more thirstier for knowledge, that want to learn more about Forex, to actually, you know, put them in a situation where I want you to imagine, guys, 500 pips a week times their dollar amount. At one point, you might be doing 10 cents a pip. Then now you're doing $1 a pip. That's $500 a week. Then you're doing $10 a pip. Then you're doing $20 a pip. $20 a pip times 500, guys, is $10,000 a week. So in trading, yes, you don't need to refer people. But imagine this. Imagine you got, let's say you're king. Imagine you're making $5,000 a week residually because you help people learn the skill set by referring 5 to 10 people. And you took time to learn the skill set, going through our education and courses, and you're making another $5,000 a week for trading. So you're making $5,000 a week residually and $5,000 a week trading. That's $10,000 a week. That's life-changing income. And it's only $99 a month or free with 3 people to take advantage of this platform. So hopefully, guys, that you take advantage of it. It's a $99 decision. Do y'all have any questions about what we talked about today, about trading or the referral side or so on? And I'll answer any questions that you guys have. If not, get back in contact with the person that shared this with you and let them know, hey, look, let them know what decision you made. Say, look, I want to actually kind of further my Forex education. Hey, look, I'm kind of interested in the referral side. Can I get some more information about that? Or, hey, I'm interested in both. I want to make residual income and I want to make, I actually want to, learn the trading side. We give the best of both worlds. So if no one has any questions, okay, someone said, is it 3 people per month or is it 3 people one time? It's 3 people one time. It's not, you don't have to bring in 3 people every week or every month. It's find 3 people that are interested and want to further education for it. Is it optional? Yes, you don't have to refer anyone. You can just simply trade. Can you refer people without trading? Yes, you can. You don't have, because you're not teaching them how to trade. You're referring them to people like us that can show them how to trade. I think that's it. Any other questions? Can you cancel anytime? Yes, you can cancel anytime. What's the most you can make residually? Right now, I believe it's 500,000 a month. Any other questions? I think that's it. Cool. How can we get in contact with you? How did you get this webinar information? From you? Oh, just contact me like the same way you got it from me. You can hit me up on Instagram at CEO Brandon. CEO, let me share a different screen. This is my Instagram for those. Get back in contact with whoever shared this with you because you're going to still be on my team. Everyone who's on this call is already on my team anyway. So whoever you get started with, you're still going to be on my team. But if you got it from me, you can follow me on Instagram at CEO Brandon. Whoever shared this with you, get back in contact with them. Hopefully, even if you don't join, hopefully you got a better understanding what Forex is and why people are so excited about learning how to trade, why they're telling people about trading, and how it can be like life-changing for yourself if you take this seriously. Cool. Let me see any other questions before I let you guys go. Cool. If no other questions, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. I appreciate your time. It was definitely a pleasure. Hopefully you guys learned some stuff. Oh wait, someone else. You're welcome, guys. I appreciate your time. I like to do these workshops every once in a while, just so I can educate people and just better informed. I think that helping people be informed on how trading works is a huge deal because so often we just talk about Forex and no one knows how profit works in Forex. People think you can refer people to Forex, and that's how lost people are nowadays. So I want to educate people so they're not lost and they can see the value behind Forex. So cool, guys. I'll let you guys go. And it's been a pleasure. Have a blessed night.